Welcome back to the channel, folks. We are standing on the range today to talk about cold, hard reality. If you spend any time on the internet, you have probably seen the endless recycled debates. People are still out there screaming about ballistic stopping power. It is like they are stuck in a time warp from 30 years ago. But out here in the real world, standing on the firing line in 2026, the landscape has completely shifted. I spend my days running drills, teaching defensive shooting, and looking inside the holsters of everyday Americans. And let me tell you, the market has reached a level of maturity we have never seen before. We are long past the days where you just bought a polymer striker-fired gun and called it a day. Today's defensive shooter demands a highly specialized weapon system. We want factory cuts for slide-mounted optics. We demand ergonomics that actually lock into the human hand under stress. We expect out-of-the-box reliability without needing a gunsmith to make it run. So today, we are breaking down the 7 weapon systems currently dominating the 9mm space. These are the guns putting rounds on steel and protecting American families. Stick around for our top pick, because it shows exactly how refined our community's taste has become. Number 7. Springfield Armory Hellcat Pro. Let us kick things off with a platform that completely redefined the concealable carry space. The Springfield Armory Hellcat Pro took the micro-compact concept and actually made it shootable. When the first wave of Micro 9s hit the market, they were absolute game changers for deep concealment. But as a defensive instructor, I saw the truth on the range. Those tiny grips were a nightmare for recoil management. In 2022, Springfield looked at the data and pivoted. They stretched that barrel out to 3.7 inches. More importantly, they gave us a grip frame that accommodates all your fingers. You are packing 15 plus 1 rounds of 9mm in a flush-fit setup. Historically, getting that kind of capacity meant strapping on a massive piece of steel like a double-stacked 1911. Now, it is sitting inside a polymer frame that is barely an inch thick. I have run this gun through extensive vehicle defense drills. Their adaptive grip texture is brilliant engineering. It will not shred your skin or chew through your undershirt when you are carrying inside the waistband. But the second you establish a master grip, it acts like tactical Velcro. Out of the box, it comes with U-dot tritium sights. In low-light scenarios, that front glowing post is incredibly fast to acquire. The bottom line? The pros are undeniable. Massive capacity for its footprint, duty-grade sights, and it is ready for your red dot right from the factory. The con? Physics still rule the universe. It is a very light pistol, so running high-pressure defense loads will still give you a snappy recoil impulse. Expect to see a price tag hovering around $550 to $650. If you need maximum firepower in a highly concealable package, this is a top-tier choice. Number 6. Heckler & Koch VP9. Moving on to the German heavyweight. When Heckler & Koch re-entered the striker-fired arena back in 2014, the stakes were high. This is the company that built their reputation on bomb-proof service pistols, guns that could survive a drop out of a helicopter. They called it the Volkspistol, and the VP9 had to live up to that legendary pedigree. Where this gun absolutely destroys the competition is the ergonomics. When you unbox this pistol, you do not just get a couple of backstraps. You get interchangeable side panels, allowing for 27 distinct grip geometries. Tailor the frame to the exact contours of your firing hand. Then there is the trigger. For a factory striker system, it is exceptionally refined. There is a clean, defined wall, and the reset is aggressive enough to feel through tactical gloves. I also want to point out the charging supports at the rear of the slide. They look like minor polymer tabs, but under severe stress, or if your hands are covered in mud or sweat, those tabs guarantee you can rack that slide and get the gun back into battery. The pros: ergonomics that feel like a custom build, an incredibly shootable trigger, and that proven Heckler & Koch reliability. Cons: you are absolutely paying the German tax. Spare magazines and factory parts will put a dent in your wallet compared to domestic platforms. You will find this sitting between $750 and $900. It is the ultimate choice for the shooter who wants a premium, duty-sized workhorse. Number 5. Walther PDP Compact. If the previous pistol was a luxury sedan, the Walther PDP is a purpose-built track car. When Walther launched the performance-duty pistol in 2021, they stopped playing it safe. They built a weapon system strictly for the modern, optics-driven shooter. The first thing that grabs your attention are those super-terrain serrations. They are cut incredibly deep. Whether you are doing chamber checks or racking the gun off a barrier during a one-handed malfunction drill, you will not slip. But the crown jewel of this platform is the performance-duty trigger. I have shot a lot of factory striker guns, and this one borders on competition grade. Clean break that significantly reduces anticipation and flinching. Furthermore, Walther fundamentally redesigned the grip angle specifically to support red dot sights. When you punch out from your draw, that dot drops right into your window with zero hunting. The pros: an industry-leading factory trigger, aggressive tactical textures, and a slide purpose-built for optics. The cons: the slide mass is substantial. Because it sits a bit higher in the hand, some shooters report a slightly more pronounced muzzle flip during rapid strings of fire. Expect a price point ranging from $600 to $700. Aggressive, high-performance tool for serious practitioners. Number 4. Smith & Wesson M&P 9M 2.0 Compact. Now, let us talk about American muscle. Since 2005, Smith & Wesson has been taking the fight directly to the European manufacturers. The M&P 9M 2.0 Compact is an absolute tank of a defensive handgun. I always recommend this platform to folks who grew up running the 1911. Why? Because it shares that same 18-degree grip angle. When you present the weapon, it points incredibly naturally. Let us talk about the M2.0 grip texture. It is basically industrial-grade grip tape molded directly into the polymer. Some folks complain it is too rough. But I will tell you this, if you are caught in a downpour or your hands are slick with CLP, this gun will not shift a single millimeter in your grasp. They also finally address the trigger. The newer models feature a flat-faced shoe that completely eliminates the spongy feel of the legacy versions. It provides a much more consistent trigger press under stress. The pros: phenomenal American ergonomics, a combat-proven track record, and a very manageable recoil impulse. The cons: if you carry this tight against your body without a base layer, that texture will absolutely grate your skin. It is an incredible value, usually priced between $500 and $650. A defensive tool that will not quit. Number 3. Glock 19 Generation 5. You cannot have a serious conversation about the 9mm without discussing the undisputed standard. The Glock 19 is the measuring stick for the entire firearms industry. It is the most prolific, highly customized, and heavily relied upon concealed carry piece on the planet. The reason is brutally simple: absolute, unwavering reliability. I have seen these guns neglected, dropped in the dirt, and run bone dry. They simply cycle through whatever ammunition you feed them. With the Generation 5 MOS, they finally modernized the platform. They removed the forced finger grooves, which never fit anyone's hands perfectly anyway. They upgraded to the marksman barrel, tightening up those groups at distance. And the modular optic system means you are ready to mount a red dot right away. Look, it is not winning any beauty contests. The factory trigger is purely utilitarian, but as a life-saving tool, it is the standard by which all others are judged. The pros: the aftermarket support is infinite. You can swap out every single component on your workbench at home. The cons: you must factor in the cost of replacing the factory sights on day one. Those plastic placeholders are not suited for serious duty use. The MOS model generally runs between $620 and $700. It is the ultimate blank canvas for the prepared citizen. Number 2. SIGP 320X5 Legion. Now we are stepping into heavy artillery territory. The military adopted the base model of this platform, but the X5 Legion is a completely different animal. This is an absolute beast of a weapon system. SIG engineered the TXG grip module, which is polymer infused with tungsten dust. You get the heavy, recoil-absorbing mass of a steel frame combined with the microscopic flex of polymer. When you run fast cadence drills with this gun, The sights barely leave the target zone. It features a massive 5-inch bull barrel and a skeletonized flat trigger. At 25 yards, it is an absolute laser beam. And because it utilizes the serialized fire control unit, the entire system is completely modular. You can drop that fire control unit into a smaller grip module for concealed carry in a matter of seconds. The pros. The sheer weight makes the recoil impulse practically non-existent. It is built from the ground up to win matches and dominate dynamic range sessions. The cons. This is not a concealed carry gun. It is simply too large and heavy to hide comfortably under everyday clothing. You are looking at an investment of $900 to $1,100. It is a masterpiece of modern firearms engineering for the dedicated range warrior. Number 1. CZ Shadow 2. Taking the top spot on our list is a testament to how refined the American shooter has become. The CZ Shadow 2 is a masterclass in handgun design. If you have never run a CZ on the clock, you are genuinely missing out. This is a massive, all-steel platform operating on a double-action, single-action firing mechanism. The secret to its performance lies in the slide design. Because the slide rails ride inside the frame rather than outside, the bore axis is pushed incredibly low into the web of your hand. When the shot breaks, there is almost no muzzle flip. The energy drives straight backward, allowing for incredibly fast follow-up shots. The single-action trigger brake is astonishingly light. It requires almost no effort, snapping like a glass rod. For years, this gun absolutely owned the competitive shooting circuits. But now, in 2026, we are seeing serious self-defense practitioners migrating to this platform. Why? Because shot placement and recoil control are paramount in a fight. The pros. It offers the flattest shooting experience on this list, combined with a world-class trigger and mechanical accuracy that exceeds human capability. The cons. It is a heavy slab of steel. If you intend to carry this on duty or outside the waistband, you must invest in a highly rigid, reinforced gun belt. This level of performance demands a premium, running anywhere from $1,200 to $1,500. It is, without a doubt, the most capable shooter's pistol available today. Wrapping things up, the modern defensive market is incredible. Whether you are strapping on a highly concealable platform like the Hellcat Pro or gearing up with a heavy hitter like the CZ Shadow 2, the tools at our disposal have never been better. Just remember, there is no single perfect firearm out there. There is only the perfect firearm for your specific mission profile and your specific hands. I want to hear from you down in the comments. What are you currently trusting your life to? Did your primary carry gun make the list, or do you think I missed the mark? Let me know your real-world experiences from the firing line. If you found this breakdown valuable, do me a solid, like, subscribe, and comment below. Your engagement is exactly what keeps this channel running and allows us to keep testing this gear for you. Stay sharp, carry always, and keep training.